Speeding Bulletin. My name is Steve Younis from SupermanHomepage.com. This is all the Superman related news there was for the week November 21st and November 27th, 2008. In movie news, MTV.com caught up with Frank Langella and asked him about the possibility of his returning to the role of Perry White in another Superman movie. He said, "I have a very strong sense that there will be another Superman and that I will play Perry White in it." He went on to admit, "I don't know when that will be and I don't know who the players will be in it," continued Langella. "I don't even know if Bryan Singer will direct it, but I'm sure he's considering it and Warner Brothers is talking back and forth about it." Marlon Brando's Jor-El costume, Susanna York's Lara costume and Dean Cain's Superman costume are just some of the 500 plus iconic pieces of Hollywood history that Profiles in History will offer in their 33rd Hollywood auction, which will be held on December 11th, 2008. In the TV department, Peter McDermott has updated our Smallville episode guide with his summary of the most recent Season 8 episode, Bride, while Neal Bailey and Douglas Trumbull have written their reviews for this same episode, with Doug giving it a 2 out of 5, while Neal mostly agreed giving it a 3 out of 5. Sam Witwer, who plays Davis Bloom on Smallville, spoke with G4 TV's Attack of the Show about being on the TV series, while earlier in the week the CW Source posted the second part of their 2-part video interview with Sam on YouTube. TV Guide posted their full video interview with Erica Durant about the 8th season of Smallville, and how the Lois and Clark relationship is growing and changing, and how it's affected by the return of Lana Lang. Ace magazine published an interview with Cassidy Freeman in which she discusses her character Tess Mercer on Smallville. Freeman confirmed that she's a fan of the show herself, saying, "I like that anyone can watch the show and enjoy it and it doesn't cut anybody out of the circle." TVGuide.com revealed that the Legion of Superheroes come to Smallville in the wake of Doomsday's rampage. Saturn Girl, Lightning Lad and Cosmic Boy will be played by Alex Johnson, Caleb Worthy and Ryan Kennedy. The trio of helping hands will effectively introduce Clark to the famed Legion of Superheroes. ComicBookResources.com caught up with writer Jeff Johns to ask him about the Legion episode. He said, "The Legionnaires did a wonderful job. They're a great amalgam between Smallville and the comic mythology." MTV.com also spoke with Jeff Johns about Legion. "They've already built up to a huge climax with Chloe and Doomsday, and then the Legion comes in and completely complicates everything." With Bride being the last new Smallville episode for 2008, expect the Legion episode, written by Jeff Johns, to air in the US on Thursday, January 15th, 2009. Lastly, TV Guide Network named Michael Rosenbaum's Lex Luthor as the number 3 villain on television of all time. Topping the list of TV villains was JR from Dallas, followed by Alexis on Dynasty. Sylar from Heroes came in at number 6, while Batman's villains were collected together at number 10. The big news of the week in comics was Dan Didio revealing DC's plans for the Superman comic books. James Robinson and Renato Geddes will remain on the Superman title through 2009. However, as previously noted, Superman will not feature in Action Comics. The stars of Action will be the new team of Flamebird and Nightwing. The good news is that Greg Rucka will be writing the book and will be joined by artist Eddie Barrows. Supergirl will keep its team of Sterling Gates and Jamal Igle. There'll be a new series called Superman New Krypton, which will be written by Andrew Kreisberg and drawn by Pete Woods, while Jeff Johns and Gary Frank will be doing Superman's Secret Origin, a mini-series telling the definitive origin of Superman. Didio said he'd explain what was happening with Adventure Comics at a later date, so it's big things in store for Superman in 2009 apparently. On the back of Dan Didio announcing that Superman would be vacating the pages of Action Comics and leaving it to the new Flamebird and Nightwing, the Superman homepage contacted writer Greg Rucka to get his take on the new title. He said, "I absolutely understand the hesitation at picking up an Action Comics where Superman is not seen. Hopefully when the time comes, the work will go some lengths to explaining what is happening and why, and how Superman's presence, even when he himself is absent, is always felt and always inspiring." Superman homepage writer Jason LaRouche interviewed Jay Bones, the artist working on the Super Friends comic book, and asked him about his career, his work on Super Friends and more. Come by the website now to check out the interview. Newsarama.com spoke with writer Sterling Gates about Supergirl Number 35 and what fans can expect from his run on the book. He said, "Any long-time reader of this series knows Supergirl's had trouble with her memories since her ongoing book began, and there have been a lot of stabs at addressing it. Her memory complications have caused a lot of problems in Kara's life, so Jamal and I wanted to address it once and for all. Wizard Magazine has announced their selection of their Best of 2008 list, the list which makes its debut in the all-new Gold Collector's issue hitting comic shops November 26th, includes the best that comics had to offer in the previous year. Of special note to Superman fans was the listing of Action Comics as the best book of 2008. Superman comics we reviewed this week included Supergirl Number 35, which was reviewed by Jeffrey Bridges, who rated it a 4 out of 5, saying, "This book tries so very hard to make sense out of the years of bad issues of this book that we've gotten." Michael Bailey reviewed Superman Supergirl Maelstrom Number 2, saying, "How can a story do just as much right as it does wrong?" And he gave it a 3 out of 5. Trinity Number 25 was reviewed by Barry, Neal and Jeffrey, with Barry giving it a 2 out of 5, while Neal and Jeffrey both rated it a 1 out of 5. Tangent Superman's Reign Number 9 was reviewed by Neal Bailey, who gave it a 5 out of 5, saying, "It's a shame this isn't a flagship book right now, it's that good." Neal also reviewed Justice Society of America Kingdom Come Special Magog Number 1, saying, "Well worth the price of admission and a good companion piece for the JSA story," and he rated it a 5 out of 5. Adam DeChannel reviewed Super Friends Number 9, saying, "They're really scraping the bottom of the barrel these days," and he rated this issue a 2 out of 5. Tom L. jumped back in time to April 1960 to review Adventure Comics 271, which features the famous first meeting between Superboy and Lex Luthor. Tom rated this issue a 4 out of 5. Superman comic shipping this week from November 26th include JSA Kingdom Come Special The Kingdom Number 1, which has a variant cover available, Reign in Hell Number 5, Superman 682 also has a variant cover available, Superman and Batman vs. Vampires and Werewolves Number 4, and Trinity Number 26. In other news, Superman homepage reviewer James Lance continues reviewing story arcs from the 1940s Superman radio series. This week he examined The Mystery of the Lost Planet, which recounts the events of an earlier 1944 serial, Planet Utopia. The New Zealand Herald published an interview with artist Jim Lee discussing the upcoming DC Universe Online massive multiplayer online game. Lee said, "In DC Universe you can choose to be either a superhero or a villain. You get to create a costume, design your superpowers, even who you want to help, be it a superhero like Superman or a villain like the Joker." Episode 47 of Radio KAL, the monthly podcast of the Superman homepage, is now available to listen to. In this month's radio show, Neal and I discuss Smallville Season 8, New Krypton, Action Comics Without Superman, Mortal Kombat vs. DC Universe, Superman movie news and more. Be sure to also check out the Last Son of Krypton Chapter 47 and Lost Daughter of Krypton Chapter 19 audio dramas from Pendant Audio. And that's all the Superman related news there was for the week November 21st and November 27th. I'm Steve Younis from supermanhomepage.com.
Hello, welcome to a Bailey Planet, the Bailey Planet. Okay, alright, that's more ominous than it needs to be. I would like today to plug something. I want to basically recommend that you all go on over to pendantaudio.com and check out the Superman serial if you have not. I play Dr. Anderson in it. It's been around for 50 issues now. I just got the 50th issue script. That's not the one that's out yet. But this thing, from the top to the bottom, has been a blast to work on. It needs more people paying attention to it because it rocks. And Jeffrey Bridges, who also writes for the Superman homepage, puts it out with a lot of heart, and it's just amazing. I cannot believe it's not getting more notice than it is, and it's already getting a lot of notice, and justifiably so. He didn't ask me to do this. I'm not doing this because I feel obligated because I was cast. I'm doing this because I honestly love the serial and where it's going, and I hope you check it out. Please.
Bailey Planet is sponsored by Gibbo.